I've been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. Was in the gym working my shot, now they pass me the ball. They never answer when I call, now I'm the one they call. I done been up and I've been down and I done seen it all. Crazy when you really gotta get it out the mud.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rocky Top Sports Talk. This is your boy, Coach Rice. On today's episode, we're going to preview the Arkansas game. I just real quick, I wanted to talk about the technical difficulties. Well, I know we've had a few games, like a week, because we didn't do one during the bye week, but we're full go and locked and loaded. And now that my football season is behind me, I'm planning, me and Tom and Joe, we're planning on doing more videos and looking forward to it. My plan is to get on here and do some film breakdown of the game itself and talk about, the offensive side of the ball, some of the things we do. I don't know, some of you that watch Jarrett Garantano break down some of the film. I'm planning, that's kind of something that I'm wanting to try to get into, doing that. Breaking down some of the plays we were successful on, some of the plays we weren't very successful on, why we weren't what the opposing team was giving us, vice versa. So, and then maybe get Tom or Joey or get someone else to talk about the defensive side of the ball, and even me, I'll even get on here and talk about it. But yeah, Bluetooth technology, man, gotta love it. But the plan is moving forward. Now that football season's over, get more content out there for y'all. I know we got a big show lined up, big challenging week. I know Tom's nervous about it when it comes to those Woo Pig Suey Arkansas Razorbacks. Hopefully Neyland Stadium takes care of it and this offense keeps rolling. To me, I mean, this is going to be an offensive game. I think first team to 60 wins, or first team to 50. Tom may have a freaking stroke, but I think that may be the case. So let me get my boy Tom in here. Joey's on vacation. He'll be back for the post-game reaction show on Sunday night. So let's get Tom on here and let's get this ball rolling a few minutes. What's up, boss, man? Man, we gotta love technical difficulties, man.
Had that reverb going on through the phone, through the computer, through the headset.
Man,
did you hear that little whistling sound that was
I did. I was like, where is that coming from? But well, we got it figured out. So I'm glad we got, because I thought if I had to do the show by myself and Tom was just gonna have to be in the chat. So
I'll be up in there typing away, man.
Oh yeah, you've been finger punching that keyboard. So but I'm looking forward to this show. Hopefully we got some guys come on as we get the ball rolling. I know it's kind of slow to start, but man, what's your? I know you come in. You've been talking about it. You and Joey been blowing up the group chat, but I just be reading and going along as y'all talk about it. But yeah, this Arkansas game, I have a feeling it's got you nervous. Why has it got you nervous, Tom?
So I'm not one of the we could be, I've been watching our fan base since the Georgia game talking about, oh, well, if but for one play or if but for two plays, or we're Tennessee fans. We've been going through that for 20 some years, man. We've had season after season of, well, if but for one or two plays, oh, well. But I'm telling you, I don't give credence to all that kind of crap most of the time, but if for one play Arkansas beats Mississippi a couple weeks ago, okay, and if they beat Mississippi, then who knows? They might not have lost to Memphis. That's inexcusable loss. I'm sure that's what was the big one. That was Sam Pittman's. AD was getting ready to call, and then with the Notre Dame loss, that was it. That was there. But I watched the highlights of the Mississippi Arkansas game like 3 times, and this is what really scares me about Arkansas. Taylen Green, I didn't know this till I was listening to a sound clip that I heard on one of the networks. He's like second or third in the conference in rushing.
Yeah.
He's got more carries. He's got 2 more carries than our leading carry number guy, which is Star Thomas. So he's got 54 carries. Star Thomas got 52 touches.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we got a 3-headed machine with the running back. But, okay, point taken there. But he's got 106 yards more than Deshaun Bishop, too.
Yeah.
He is a running, throwing the ball, accurate machine when he gets rolling. And we get Devin Hobbs back. That makes me feel really good. That's massive, massive. But he just himself scares the socks off of me, man. I mean, and what he did last year in that last drive against us, I mean, just looked amazing.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting game. Arkansas has weapons, and Bobby Petrino is a elite offensive mind. They do things that put the defense in conflict, running the ball, and it's a unique offense because you got that ability run, and then they're very, very dynamic in the play action game, and they kill you east to west. They're very good, using all 53 yards from side to side, and it's very difficult to defend when you got an athletic, dynamic running quarterback like Taylor Green. And so you got Mike Washington Jr., who is him and Braylon Russell. Yeah, I wish Braylon Russell would have came to Tennessee. He would have been the perfect fit for this offense. And don't get me wrong, I love the backs we got, but Braylon Russell, goodness gracious. I'm talking about just you're not wanting to a linebacker's not wanting to line him up with him coming full steam downhill and try to make a one-on-one tackle with that dude.
No, not in that.
That's a linebacker. Yeah. I'm talking. Just think about a safety and a defensive back a cornerback trying to make a tackle on him one-on-one. It's a complete game change, and I hate he got off to Arkansas. I get it; it was his home state.
Yeah,
but Sam Pittman fired. Maybe Braylon Russell enters the transfer portal after the end of the season, and Tennessee gives it another shot.
Yeah, man.
I could see it happening because I don't know. I really don't like. Oh my gosh. People in the chat, they're great. They cracking me up. It's my girlfriend, her friend goofing off. But but now they got me all flustered. But
AC puts a lick on him, man. Because I'm telling you, the one linebacker that can absolutely level somebody, and Edwin Spillman too, but I mean, we haven't seen him a whole lot this year just because of, this 4-2 hoopla that we got going on, not this JV defense.
I don't know. I think our biggest problem is we got to set the edge better. Our edge, it killed us against Mississippi State, killed us against Georgia.
Killed us.
The running backs got to the edge. I thought we defended the quarterbacks majority of the time on the run, both of those games, but this is a different monster. Taylor Green is freakishly athletic and could, run the rock. And I think there's a lot that Tim Banks and the defensive staff is going to have to center in on trying to stop Taylor Green because it's just not. It's not going to be easy. They got weapons at wide receiver, a weapon at tight end, 2 very dynamic running backs, and now defensively, guys, I'm telling you, we could easily. I think we could go out there and score 70 points. This defense is that bad, and do they try to bring out the game plan from that? I hope they do, because that you can bet house money, Coach Heupel and company are prepping this team to go against what they were given last year. So, what other thoughts you got about this game?
Well, we're giving up 168 yards per game on the ground.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not going to cut it.
And we've gotten a little bit better on the penalties for real, but I hope in the bye week Tim Banks watched exactly what you were talking about, and really took to heart. I don't know if he did. I wasn't there with him, so he couldn't tell me. But I hope he took it to heart that our safeties don't take great angles. We saw that in Georgia game. I just had his name in my head, took the horrible angle on that triple receiver left look with that screen flip that they ran for I don't know, it was like a 60-yard, 50-yard touchdown. That was a horrible angle.
Yeah.
And the angle's not getting contained against Mississippi State. The angle's not getting contained even against Georgia in some situations, when they get outside. You got to play more aggressive defense and take them out of their element and make them play what you want them to play. That's why defense is so hard. That's why I played offensive line. I didn't prefer playing linebacker. I always thought it was kind of a chore, to be honest with you, because you're reacting to everything. And the key to a great defense is you got to make them react to what you're doing, because you're just being that completely dominant and shutting down what they want to do. And what they want to do, dude's got 52 carries as a quarterback. That's not normal for this point in the season, like that's like Haynes King stuff. And actually, you know what? I should have looked up how many carries Haynes King's got, because it can't be but so many more than that. I know he carries it a lot.
He's probably got like 70 something.
Probably.
He carries the ball so daggone much. It's crazy.
He does, and he's tough, but so is Taylon Green. I mean, he gets hit, and
he's big body. He's the closest thing to Cam Newton body, the like running quarterback that I've seen.
6'6". Yeah, 6'6", and can roll. And then he can stop rolling on a dime and just throw it right over tight end. Got a great tight end. Offensively, though, I think you're right. We could score a lot on them. I mean, Mississippi moved the ball very easily against their defense. Very, very easily. Notre Dame, of course, they killed them.
Memphis had 300 yards rushing.
Yeah, that was wild. And if we give, like, I can't remember if it was you or Joey said it last time we did a stream before Mississippi State. I want to give each one of our three backs 20 touches a game. I don't care if it's a screen pass or a flare route. That's extending the run game. But, I mean, I just
– the damn ball, though.
That's true.
Outside of Star Thomas, Peyton Lewis and Deshaun Bishop have had bricks as hands.
Yeah. When
Joey Aguilar's tried to throw on the ball. Like it's been to the last three games, both of them. I mean, just easy, good throws, and just dropped them. Yeah. Now, Star Thomas, you could throw it to him, and I have full confidence in him.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I think he should be tailback one and give him 15 to 18 carries a game and 23 touches, because he's just that dynamic. He's the closest thing to Dylan Sampson we have on this roster.
For sure. And, if you kept him in for more plays, more series at a time, I know the theory behind, okay, well, you got two or three backs, right? You got two or three guys coming in. Okay, Deshaun Bishop, I thought at first was going to be the Mr. All, like catching it, running over people, running past people, getting by them, whatever you wanted, and he's still great.
Oh, he's a great runner.
But I get the argument, like you remember when we put Eric Berry in on offense and everyone in the whole universe knew that he was going to get the ball. Yeah. So I get that whole thing. You got somebody like Peyton Lewis that's got the size. Okay, well, you're going to put him in on short yardage. Oh, guess who's getting the ball? Yeah. I get that whole thing. But if you had Star Thomas in more, and you could just rotate the play calls more and let those defenses over the course of a whole season. This isn't just one quarter worth of stuff. This isn't just one half or one game worth of stuff. This is planting in the minds of defensive coordinators 3 weeks later. Okay, we got this one game film here where they had him in 3/4 of the game, and they used him for everything. They used him for all of it. So you really, truly don't know what's going to happen with him in the game, because he can do it all. And that's great. So I'd just give him the ball 25, 30 times total. And then the other two can split 15 carries. And if they get 50 some yards in the tutty, that's great. That's excellent. But we got to run the football. Yeah. We got to
and I agree with you. We got to get back to being more balanced. I think it hurt us on offense, even though we still scored a crap ton. I think it hurt us on offense in the UAB game,
Yeah.
the last game we played. I just think there's more in the boat if you're stay balanced. And there's, and I got a question for you later on. It's about Boo Carter. But do you think there's still more that we have not seen? I mean, I know the players would tell you that, and I'm sure Coach Heupel would tell you that we have not seen this, pistol and tight split offense that we're used to the wide splits, the wide choice offense, but now we've evolved into being able to show more stuff offensively, and being able to adjust during the game instead of the last couple of years we're yelling at the coaches at the TV, do something different. It's not working.
Yeah.
And so now I think you have those options, and I still think there's more in the tank. I think there's more they're wanting to show. I think this could be, and I'll let you talk about it. I think this could be the week you see Boo Carter, because I mean you got that bye week. He's had enough time after his stupid decisions he made. Do you see Boo Carter on offense? And it's not like a wide thing, but a package where you have 5 plays. We're going to run one of these 5 plays when you're on the field.
Maybe.
And we have 3 plays where you're getting the ball and 2 plays where you're going to be a decoy. I don't know if you remember 2 years ago, 2022, was Dylan Sampson was the third running back. We were at Missouri. It was the home against Tennessee. It was the game. Hendon Hooker and some crazy plays.
Senior day
did the trick play, coming from behind the line. But they had a 5-play package where Dylan Sampson was on the field, and they had 2 play. They only ran it 3 times, but Coach Heupel said we had like a 5-6 play package for Dylan Sampson this week in the press conference. And Dylan they were assertive to make sure he was getting on the field and getting some, looks. He got the ball twice, and then the other time he was the decoy on a jet sweep. And that was actually the play. Jalen Hyatt was behind the offensive line and came out on a wheel route with Brew McCoy seaming up the field, and Hendon Hooker hit Jalen Hyatt down the sideline for a touchdown. Do you remember that?
Well, I remember him being used in motion, and I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to start using jet sweep motions here. This is going to be awesome.
Oh,
I do remember that.
That's all. That's what I freaking want. I want to see more motion, but I'm a motion offensive coordinator, and that's what I love. I think it screws up the linebackers, it screws up the safeties and their their vision on what they're keying on. So, but obviously Coach Heupel and their company know what they're doing, because they're number 1 offense in the nation right now. So at 51 points per game. So
again in 3 years.
Yeah. It's
great.
massive. So let's dive into Arkansas. Who Arkansas is. We already kind of talked a good bit about their offense. Their defense has obviously struggled. They're like 120th in the nation, and giving up points per game and total defense. And so as overall, we know they're going through a time of change.
They're going through it.
They're going through it. We as Tennessee fans have been there, done that. So what do you feel your feelings just overall about this Arkansas team?
Well, I feel like they ought to have at least one more win than they do. I mean, I feel like we ought to, by all daggone rights, we ought to be undefeated right now, if not for some dilly-dally play calling there right at the end. But I'll be reliving that. I'm serious. I'm gonna be reliving that.
I'll be thinking about that game all year. I am too.
I'm still sore about I'm still sore about losses we've got from 15 and 20 years ago. But, with Arkansas, though, I mean, really, Bobby P., he is that offensive guy. And before the year 2000, when Arkansas started to really fall off there, they had those great games with us in 98. Of course, I missed that one. We went to every home game that year, but I had the flu during the Arkansas game. Didn't get to go to that. That was, I mean, that's like the game, you know.
Yeah,
but historically, we do have a winning record against them, but that's from a really long time ago. Recently, we got a 4-game losing streak against them.
I can't stand Arkansas.
They've ended our mojo, you know, more times than I can count. 99, we were, or not 99, 2002, we were there. And I said, daggone, if I'm going to miss this one after, you know, 4 years ago was such a barn burning game. And of course, we pulled that one out. That was rough. But still, no, I mean,
the 6 overtime game.
They what? Yeah,
that
6 overtime. Yeah, that was one of the best games I've ever seen in person. I mean, really, honestly, that was an amazing game. But anyway, you were asking about this team of Arkansas. They're not the 98 team that they had. They're not the 02 team that they had. They're this team, and this team's got a running quarterback with an offensive line. And I sat here and counted it up. It took me 20 minutes to add all this up. Their offensive line alone is only responsible for fewer than 3 penalties on average per game. That's tremendous for offensive production. So it worries me. And Bobby Petrino being back in where he says he wants to be, where he's had a lot of success, and where, quite frankly, I think their fan base and their team probably loved Sam, but he just wasn't getting it done unless Tennessee was in town. Then he's getting it done like birthday cake. But, I mean, with him coming in, you got a little bit of Mo. I mean, look at what UCLA did against Penn State with a first-time coach.
Don't bring that
He didn't even
up.
know his headset was on, he said after the game. He's like, yeah, I didn't even know how to work the headset. I mean, there's just something that happens when you get a new coach in there. Yeah. And you've already got a heck of a running quarterback. You got a heck of a tailback. You got a wide receiver and a tight end combo and an offensive line that doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah.
So I'm
worried sick about it. I think
we could get a stomp on them, though. If we absolutely put them in the dirt in the first 10 minutes don't let up the first 10 minutes, get up 17-0, get up, 21-0, whatever it is.
14-0 will do it.
Even that, and then just completely shut the gates on them on offense and say, you know what, you're not doing what you want to do. I don't expect Tim Banks is going to scheme it that way, but if that happens and the crowd gets on them, it could be all she wrote, man. I mean, this is a revenge game. Most of the players from last year's team are on this year's team. I mean, they saw a lot of playing time last year, so they're going to remember what it felt like. Total dejection. Your season could have been ruined, but that they had that resilience, And then with the feeling that they had after Georgia in our own stadium to lose like that to in a big moment, I hope they just harness all of it, and just let it loose against them and just demolish them.
Yeah, and we're getting healthy. We're getting healthier. I wish. Obviously, we got the bad news of Jamar. At this point, if he don't suit up for Bama, I think he ain't going to play this season. Let me ask you,
what do you think about him? As far as, do you reckon that he's going to stay if he doesn't get to play this year? Do you think he's going to forego? Think he's gone? Yeah.
Gone. Yeah. That's the only reason why he wouldn't play this year. If he was decided that he was going to come back, he would go ahead. He would be fine with coming back. But at this point, he's projected top first round,
top
mid
20, I think. Yeah.
So, and then he's got a lot of people whispering in his ear. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. They lose 1 or 2 more guys there. They can't go to playoffs. I'm telling you, if our playoff route is out, he won't play. Say we lose to Bama. I'm not saying we're going to lose to Bama, but say we do lose to Bama, and he hasn't dressed out by then, there's not a shot in the world he plays. Mm-hmm. People can say what they want about his competitiveness, but money talks, And if you want to, I think personally, I think he could up his draft stock if he comes out and shows, this ACL injury hasn't bothered him that much. But, agents are agents. They know what to say to these players. And,
it's sickening.
Yeah.
The money, the greed, the professionalization. Yeah.
So defensively, I think there's several things Tennessee's going to have to do this week, and I'll let you harp on that here in a second. But the main thing is we got to tackle better, and I know that's the main thing you're going to get to, Tom. So I'll let you get to it. But
hey, they got to get it aligned perfectly too.
Yeah, and aligned.
No confusion in alignments, because against Georgia and against Mississippi State on the road, I'm seeing now balance. There is a balance. I'm seeing Arian Carter trying to get people in position, which is great. But I don't want him having to worry about that, because when they don't have to worry about that, and in the back of his mind, he's not having to say, all right, well, I got to direct everybody. That takes away from time that you've got to assess your responsibility too, properly. Because, if you're going to tell everybody else where they got to align, you obviously know what you're doing. But still, if you're going to be doing that, alignment, communicating.
Well, I will say this. Our safeties have to be better. Our safeties have been absolute dog shit the last
Yeah.
I mean, just being blunt,
Yeah.
they've been awful the last 3 games. I mean, downright awful. Idris Farouk, yes, he's a hard hitter. I love his potential. But he takes so many bad angles and will not break down and make a good form tackle. He hits hard. When he gets, deadline speed and right at somebody, he's going to hit the snot out of him. I love that about him.
Yeah.
But his angles right now on coming downhill, he's taking bad angles, and it's why people are losing the edge on a run game, because that's the safeties are the edge more times than not. They're the last line of defense on the edge. Now the corners, if they're playing cover 2 or or press man or single high, and they have a route that goes short, yes, then they could come off of the route and make a tackle short. But
like Colton Hood had that tackle against Mississippi State. Golly, man, what a read! I mean,
Carter made a great read too.
He did. Yeah. They both did. Yeah, they're so much better than I wanted to give them credit. Look, I loved the fact that we picked up Colton Hood from Colorado, except for the whole not liking the free agency and everything. I mean, when I talk about picking these guys up, it's like a dual reality. I can't stand it. But at the same time, when I see him on the field making plays the way he is, Colton Hood, he's doing it. He's wearing the orange and he's doing it for us, So hey, that's good. But
that's one reason I want to get Jamal McCoy back, because him and Hood opposite of each other is going to be dangerous. So we'll see. Maybe they'll throw a big surprise, and tomorrow on the injury report that comes out for SEC games, Jamal McCoy will say probable. So I don't know. I doubt that happens, but
he'll say probable for 4 weeks, I think.
I'll say probable for 4 weeks.
Because you remember Cooper Mays 2 years ago was probable for a month and a half.
Yeah. I can see Austin Price down the 2-minute drill. Well, the news of the day, Jamal McCoy is not going to go again. So I can see that now. But they're defensively, I love Arian Carter. That dude has been playing his tail off the last 3 weeks. He's the best tackler in the SEC right now. His speed shows on these, outside runs. It's just our other guys that are set for keeping the edge have to do a better job, and we have to. Our third and long defense has been absolutely miserable. Ty Redmond, you got to take this bye week and you got to get better, man. Yeah, you should have. Jalen McMurray, I don't know why they haven't done more, putting him out there in the outside and giving Redmond a break and putting Boo in the star position. I'm hoping that's something they look at until they get McCoy back. because I love Tyrell. I think he's going to be a great corner for us, in the future. But he still makes very dangerous risk, takes very dangerous risk, and it gets hit with a double move a lot. And Arkansas is a team that will identify that, and they will hit that dude over and over and over again until he makes a adjustment. So
I'm kind of glad
David Hobbs back. That's massive. Jackson Moy, he's back. So we're dang near almost healthy on the D line, where we were so concerned early in the season. I think it's been great getting Isaiah Campbell. He got a crap ton of reps in that last game. Ethan Utley's been getting some reps. Nathan Robinson's been, he's been steady this year. Jamal Wallace has been getting a crap ton of reps. That just helped our depth now getting these guys back. So now I want to see our safeties and our defensive backs take advantage of that, because I think they're supposed to take up a step up and play. I think our D-line, our front four is supposed to take a step up and play, and I'm looking forward to that. So anything you want to add to our defense, and what do you think they'll do offensively to hit our defense with?
Yeah, they're going to go, like you said, first off, when we started, east and west, they're going to get the edge. They're going to try to get the edge anyway. But, hey, what's defensive back's best friend? A great defensive line, and you're going to get – the front seven really. But, I mean, that's when you got your starting two tackles, Moy and Hobbs back, that's huge with those guys that they got all those reps. And what you were saying a minute ago about Ty Redmond, I love him too. He does take some risks, but I'm kind of glad that he's gotten so many reps.
I love it.
And over. And now, like you said, though, that's one of those dual reality moments where, you'd like it if you could get some other reps for Jamie McMurray or
Jalen,
race car driver. Jalen McMurray. Every time I think of that dude, I think of Jalen or Jamie McMurray.
Yeah.
You used to ride the stock cars, but anyway, So, I would love for them to get him some more reps too, but I'm kind of glad that they must see in practice that he's a little bit further ahead, on athleticism or knowledge or whatever it is, because they gave him a lot more reps.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see his natural athleticism is great.
Oh, and he's tall. He's long.
Lanky, can get those arms up, But, I mean, they're going to try to run, and I hope we stuff. Look, I was so pissed after the Georgia game because they lined up and said they did everything except for, and I'm pretty sure in one instance they did point at the daggone hole, because the offensive lineman communicating, you're pointing at your guy across from you, you're counting out double teams, you're counting out Mike and all this kind of stuff, literally pointing at where the ball's going on an ISO play here and there, and just what'd they do? They ran it. They did exactly what they told defense they were going to do. And in countless positions or instances against Georgia and against Mississippi State last week, they're lining up to run the football. I could sit here with my grandmother and she would say, they're getting ready to run the football. Well, yes, they are, Grandma. I'm so glad that you know that, because somebody up in the booth didn't know it. And it just stop the run. It's the SEC. Stop the run. They're not all doing this wild spread option anymore. They're lining up, sometimes even under center, and just running the football.
Yeah.
It's like the late 90s, early 2000s again. And you're just sitting there in a 4-2 defense going, well, they're going to pass it one of these downs. And, there's a balance here. I think that Tim Banks, I give him a lot of garbage.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired of him. I want him gone. I've wanted him gone for a year now, because I think that he's just not with it. He wants to do a certain thing. And what he wants to do is have tremendous athletes on the defense, on the field at all times, at all positions, and run base, and maybe give you some looks, maybe not, maybe bring a stunt here or there, maybe like twice a game, maybe not. Yeah. But rely on the athletes themselves in base look
to
make a play. And you know what? To their credit, the defense last year oh my gosh, man, the play against Oklahoma forcing the fumble, was that James Pierce?
Yeah.
Or was it against, and the play against Florida? Both of those going into the end zone for those two plays, you know, that's a flip of 2 games. We're not in the playoffs last year's fellas, you know, like, so we got guys that were making plays. You got Jermod McCoy picking off in the end zone when he's trying to get it to Ryan Williams, you know, making plays. They're dogs. They're making plays. But my thing is, he's not putting them in a position to be successful on such a scale, such a regular scale, as to really make that difference. Like, can you imagine for just a second? I'm sure all Tennessee fans are wishing we won the game against Georgia, obviously. But can you imagine for just a second if we had lined up in a 4-3 after the second drive out of 6 total drives that they rammed it down our throats for over 70 yards, just chunking it down the road. 9 rushing plays on 11 plays. 12 out of 14 times for rushing play. Just line up and stop the run. Just do it. That's what I want.
Frustrating.
And that's it. Like, and he could still do it. You know, they could still do it. Or, hey, maybe we get lucky and it's just because they're coming into Neyland and they get nervous, whatever it is, they get out of sorts. We start stuffing them because athletes are making plays. It's not because Tim Banks is scheming the defense that way. It's just because those dudes are plugging up holes and eating up double teams on the front line.
Well, and that will happen because I mean, our guys, our front 4 that we rotate in constantly. I mean, we're now that we're healthy. Now that we're healthy, it's and you just got more and more young guys coming along. It's fixing to get tough for the later part of the schedule now that we're fully healthy. And the linebackers, Aaron Carter's playing top notch. Jeremiah T. Lander needs to step it up. He's been struggling. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want to see more Edwin Spillman. I want Edwin Spillman playing a lot more opposite of Aaron Carter. But I know they got to rotate, and I know Aaron Carter, even though he's not showing it because he's the leading tackler in the SEC, he's dealing with some turf toe. Hopefully that's got better over the bye week. But
is T. Lander a junior? Or is
him and Carter are both juniors.
Okay.
So,
man. If he gets better and comes back, I mean, Aaron Carter's probably gone.
I don't know. I think he'll come back too.
Yeah, I hope he comes back. But can you imagine the 3 of them, all 3 of them, in their upper class, you know, senior
next year. I mean, I know we're going to be losing Moy and Eason and Don Bailey, but we'll get a couple guys or a guy or 2 out of the transfer portal, and then just these young guys keep getting better and better. Caleb Herring coming back, you know, Jordan Ross getting better. You know, it's just I'm never gonna doubt Rodney Garner. So I mean, it's point blank. So and I'm starting to get to that point with William Inge. So there's a lot that we need to get better at defensively as far as just being consistently better, play in and play out, making our tackles. That's the biggest thing. And across the board, we gotta make tackles when the play. We gotta make plays when the play is there. You gotta make the play. Now, I will give this defense a lot of credit. They have made a lot of big plays this year. You know, I think we're number 2 in the nation in defensive touchdowns. You know, so that's massive. We're number 1 in the nation in forced fumbles. We're number 5 in the nation tackles for loss. We're number 1 in the nation in sacks. Like they're making plays. Like that's not a question. It's just when they get past that line, we got to tackle better, and we got to stop giving up big play after big play after big play, especially when we're in 3rd and 7 or longer.
Yeah,
because that just gets frustrating. That just kills the momentum of the defense. Like that, and then we got to stop making mistakes on special teams. Max Gilbert make a freaking field goal in the clutch, and then Braylon Staley, Bo Carter, quit muffing punts.
Yeah, that was.
You got to stop doing that crap to be a championship contending team. You can't. Good teams do not do that. I hate Ohio State with a passion, but you do not see them do that week after week after week. That's just what great teams do, and that's the reason why, even though we deserve to win, plays like the Braylon Staley slipping in the Georgia game, which I get it, he can't control it, but you can't have that in games like that. You got to keep your feet below you and maintain back, because that was a big play waiting to happen. The ball was going right to the leading where Braylon Staley was going, and the linebacker was behind him. Braylon Staley was about to catch it and get up the middle of the field for a big play. I mean, you look at it at all 22. Yep. There's no one in the center of the field.
Turf grabbed his foot. Yeah.
All he has to do is make the play, and he's gone. And so, I mean, that's just the little things that Tennessee, year after year, it's just the little things that keep us from being that national championship contending team. Yes, we made the playoffs last year, and yes, we got a bad draw with Ohio State, the eventual national champion. But
we could have won that game. We could have won that game. I promise you, we could have won that game.
I never believed 1 second we were going to win that game, though.
I didn't,
because I just, for one, I had no faith in Nico because he was a sorry ass QB. And then number two, Dylan Sampson wasn't healthy.
Yeah,
we were banged up, and our offensive line was really banged up going against a top tier defensive line at Ohio State. And so there's just several things that went against why we couldn't do better last year in the playoffs. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm proud as ever that we made the playoffs. That's
for sure.
And we should have had a better spot if we wouldn't have flubbed up in this game against Arkansas earlier in the year. We would have had a home game and probably been number 4, number 5 in the country, and been playing like SMU or somebody.
Yeah,
where
that would have been a game, or not BYU. They beat Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. They got that heck of a running back from last year. Boise State, that would have been a game. Man, those would have been 2 games. And I would have paid anything to go to Neyland and see them in the first playoff game that they ever hosted. I don't care if it was $5,000 for a ticket. I would have paid it. I'd have found a way. I'd have sold some guns, done something, but I'd have done it.
Well, let's get into our offense real quick, Tom.
Yeah.
Offensively, what do you want to see? I mean, real quick thoughts. We're going to get into the breakdown of the the prediction and all that here in a little bit, but what's your thoughts offensively? What do you expect to see? And obviously, they held us to 0 points in the first half last year. Now, granted, sorry, Nico missed a couple of deep balls in the first half where we had touchdowns, and then we had a couple, costly penalties in that game that messed us up. And it was at Arkansas. So, what do you expect to see offensively this week?
Which is a wild place to play, apparently. SEC competitors talk about how Fayetteville is not an easy place once those Arkansas pigs start screaming and whatnot. Yeah. I've always wanted to go to a game there. I mean, I don't like Arkansas, but I have always wanted to go to a game there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they got to start fast. They got to start crisp, okay? They got to run. Like, Joey had picked up the offense like I never would have, probably none of us ever would imagine, but maybe Coach Heupel saw it in practice the first couple of weeks he's out there saying, fellas, we got a baller at quarterback. This is just going to work. It's got to be crisp, and it's got to be up-tempo like they've been doing, and they can't make stupid mistakes killing themselves with penalties because you just said the 2 keys from the last year's Arkansas game that muddied it up and made it an ugly 4-quarter game. That was the penalties and the missed opportunities in the first half that absolutely killed us and absolutely gave them hope. And we didn't stick the dagger in them in the second half when we got up either. We didn't actually stick that dagger in the gut when we could have. I think it was end of the third quarter, something like that. We're on their half of the field stalled drive. Could have absolutely stuck that dagger in.
Yep.
They got to be killer instinct with this in the first half and not let up afterwards, of course. But it's got to be crisp and it's got to be smooth, like just no penalties. Okay, I know it's never going to happen in college football at this level. It's big boy football. You're going to have a penalty.
Yeah.
Let it be a garbage penalty that the ref screws up. Don't be that guy that jumps off sides on 3rd and 1. Don't do it. I'm sorry. If I'm Coach Heupel and you jump off sides 3rd and 1, you're coming out, man. We're putting somebody else in because you're just not mentally there. You're just not mentally there. At home, don't do it. Yeah. Those are my 2 on offense. That's it. If we do those 2 things, we start perfectly running the offense, giving them different looks, getting to the line, getting organized, running the plays crisply, and it runs smooth because we don't have any dumb-ass penalties. Then I think we win. Even with the turnover, maybe if there's a turnover during the game, we can still overcome that if we do those 2 things. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think as long as we don't penalize ourselves and kill ourselves in this game, I think we're going to be able to move the ball up and down the field. Joey, be consistent, be effective, be accurate, and I think you're going to be fine. I think you're going to see Chris Brazil have another massive game. I think Mike Matthews will have another massive game. And I think our run game will I don't know. I think you're going to see the 3 deep safety look like they gave us last year, play a dime package and try to force us to run the ball down the field. If that's the case, Deshaun Bishop, Star Thomas, Peyton Lewis, go to work. I mean, you got to take advantage of those opportunities. And I want to see more Joey Aguilar runs. Every time he runs the ball and design runs, it's a massive play. I don't understand why we're not doing it 2 to 3 times a half. Like a half. Like he should have 5 to 6 designed runs a game.
And he can check out of them too. He can check out of them if he doesn't like the look too.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Because that first drive against Georgia was not expecting QB power. I was like, man, that's beautiful. Let's do it. I mean, and it made sense too. Got a tailback lead blocking. You outnumber him in the box by 1 man, running it to the edge, get the edge, gone.
It was beautiful.
Ran it the one time.
Both times they play. It was a G kick where the guard kicks the end and the tailback leads up on the power play.
Beautiful.
Against Georgia. And then last week, not last week, against Georgia. No, not against Georgia. Mississippi State. Mississippi State, he had 2 tight ends, a 2 tight end and a running back. And it was tight end. It was pin and pull where the tight ends get around and the running back leads up on them. And Joey Aguilar, they made the gap and, Joey made a great play. So I think there's a lot that we can do offensively still in the tank. Let it all out. Let it all out.
Yeah,
let it all out. And,
it's like when somebody's playing you in football online, and all they're gonna do is cheese the game over and over.
Yeah,
like don't do it. Use the playbook. If you got a playbook that's this thick, don't use but this much of it. Use the whole playbook, man. Just bring out some harebrained thing. Like that's what I loved. You and I talked about this a lot. Golish. Loved him to death. Missed his creativity in 23. But it was just something. You remember that first drive against Georgia?
Yeah.
And even against Syracuse, the whole first quarter against Syracuse was just like, man, did they got Golish on a headset up in the press box up there calling plays? Because this is wild. And the whole first quarter against Georgia, it was – all right, well, we might run the ball. Are we going to run the ball at some point? Yeah, well, okay, there we go. We ran the ball, but it wasn't out of the look that I thought it was going to be. That's a good look. Let's do that again. Oh, and there's a different play right there because they run a completely different look. It was beautiful. And then for some reason, it just stops. And I'm not an offensive play caller, but you are. So let me ask you, if you get up on somebody and you really got them by the belt buckle and you're controlling the game, would you ever let up on giving different looks with different personnel and just running willy-nilly crazy stuff because it's working.
Yeah,
And
and I will say this, in the Georgia game, they just missed. They didn't execute. There was plays
that's true.
there.
Yeah.
There were plays there. As Joey Aguilar lost his swagger in that second quarter, guys were dropping balls. Like it was, we had couple costly penalties. Like that second quarter of that Georgia game,
Rough.
there were plays to be made, and
Yep.
so I feel like this year they've been very effective as far as being multiple and keeping teams off. I mean, we're the number. I mean, we're averaging 51 points a game.
True. Yeah.
And so, yes, there's a couple more things I'd like to see, but who knows? We may get to that. But there's guys that are making big plays. I want the run game, like you said earlier, to take a step. I think we kind of got away from it the last couple weeks. I thought the run game was there against Mississippi State. I thought they gave up on it and just pass.
Yeah.
I don't like that they were running it's kind of a version of a buck sweep where both guards pull.
Loved it.
But I mean that wasn't very successful against Mississippi State. I thought they
could have kept doing it too. They could have, because Mississippi State, you're right, there were a couple times, but when they ran it, if you stick with something a few times instead of just running it once or twice, okay, well, you know what? You give them the look, didn't work. Maybe you get no gain. Maybe you get 1 yard, 2 yards. That's a no working. You get 2 yards. That's not working, right? Hit it a third time, hit it a fourth time, late in the fourth quarter, something like that. Now, what they did eventually, it worked. So you're right. They're cranking. But I'm a gap person. I want them to gap them all the way down the field, because when you're counter gapping and you pull, you guard your center at the same time, or maybe you can't even do that just based on the look that they're going to give you. Maybe they give you a 50 look or something like that, and you can't do that. Okay, well, guess what? Audible, ISO, boom, right at the line. There's 2 double teams on the play side right there if they give you a 50 look, and you can climb up to a linebacker, no problem. But it's just, what do you think? I don't get this much into my rewatches. I'd love to see the eye in the sky look for actual film breakdowns of Tennessee football. I really would. But I don't get to watch it and I don't always look for this in that way. Do you see something that I don't see, as far as they are seeing a look, making a call at the line? Because I'm not really picking up on that as much as they've got to play ready for certain looks that they're getting on defensive series.
Oh, that's what it is.
Just rolling it. Okay.
They're just rolling it. Once they get the look of what the defensive scheme is giving them, they're rolling with it. Now, every once in a while, when you see that check with me on the sideline, when they look back at the sideline, then they'll mix it up. But and then Joey Aguilar, they could call some hot routes and switch up which Tennessee's always ran an option route offense. To where they're just basing off what the defensive coverage is giving them. So like if they're in a cover 3, you switch it to a comeback route, or if they're a man, obviously you're going to switch to, or if they're playing man off, their comeback route. If they're playing man press, it's a goal route. If it's man outside leverage, you're running a slant route. Like it's very different things, especially on the coverage side of it. Now, what the line's giving, if they're giving an odd front or an even front, there's a lot that Coach Heupel and Coach Halsley and company are scheming up as throughout the week, and they may go to different looks off of those fronts, what they're giving them. But I think there's a lot that Coach Heupel and Coach Halsley and company self-scouted during the offseason. Like, hey, we got to make some changes. What we're doing isn't working. We're going to keep some of it, still maintain our base offense, but we got to add some stuff to this. Or teams have figured us out. They it's not being explosive like it was,
Mhm.
and a lot of it, yeah. I'm going to say a lot of it is we've had a crappy ass QB the last 2 years that can't make a read and progress down the field. Like
And
I'm
now
just
we
being,
can.
it is
Yeah.
what it is,
Mhm.
and so we're seeing a QB make throws that we haven't seen a QB make over the last 2 years.
Mhm.
And now, last year, which Nico may have not been healthy. You saw the way Nico was running that ball in that UCLA game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish they would have had a crap ton more QB runs designed
Mhm.
last year, where Nico and Dylan Sampson are getting the same amount. Maybe Nico gets 5 less carries a game than Dylan,
Mm.
but Nico should have been having a lot more designed runs last year with Tennessee. I
Mm.
mean, I will give that a little thing to Nico. They weren't doing him any favors with not calling him more
In that
designed.
way. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
so,
Because he did look good aside from running out of bounds. He did look good
yeah,
on a couple of and getting out of the pocket, like what you were saying with Joey earlier. He does look good making an adjustment with his legs.
yeah.
That adjustment against was it against Georgia to Star Thomas, that throw?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful. And then of course having a design run. Like,
yeah,
why not? 5, 6 times a game. Maybe not just a solo run. Maybe it's a read option. Maybe it's a speed option. Maybe it's a counter option. There's endless possibilities, man. With this offense, we're pulling the center. I watch a lot of football on Saturdays, and I don't see many teams even. I
that's because
love
of
name.
our wide splits,
Yeah.
and what teams are giving us teams play a nose, you can
Mhm.
down block the center with the
Absolutely.
nose with the guards,
Yep.
and it allows the center because when you the gap in the gap scheme offense,
Mhm.
normally they're playing nose and 2 5s
Mhm.
or a nose and 2 3s, technique wise, and so if you're playing 2 5s, outside the guard, if the guard blocks down on the nose over the center, then the center could pull, and
Mhm.
that's the reason why you see that because of our wide space, and it makes us up. And teams,
It's beautiful.
I can't remember the last team that's given us anything other than an odd front. So,
Mhm.
because it's gap scheme is dominant against an even front. It just always has been. It's you can get up on the linebackers easy, and you just won't see many more teams because of Tennessee's gap scheme run.
Mhm.
Uh, Many teams play anything other than an odd front anymore.
Yeah. Hell,
So,
I wish they'd put 5 on the line. Oklahoma ran 3 on the line last year and just they ran a 5 box and we're
yeah,
not running the football that first series. I was like, "What are y'all doing?"
yeah,
You could zone or ISO these guys 20 yards down the field with the double teams on the front that are going to happen. And then when they finally did pull 4 down and they put 2 backers in there so they had a 6 box, could have gapped them. You still
yeah.
could have inside or outside zone them. It doesn't even matter like the look they were giving us. But yeah, I mean, nobody else that I've seen, even Georgia Tech, and I love Navy, even
Yeah,
they don't pull the center. We're
yeah,
pulling the center. We're getting G blocks, fold blocks, gap blocks,
yeah,
counter gaps. It's beautiful. I want to see it. I really do. I want them to run the football on Saturday.
yeah.
Now
I
that's
agree.
not
I
to
agree.
even slow it down either, because I was talking to a friend of mine. He's like, "Oh, you want them to slow it down and make it a muddy game and win 28-7?" I said,
Yeah.
"No, man, because we're going to run it for 5 yards of carry. You got 3 fresh tailbacks,
That's what was killing me
bodies."
against Mississippi State because Mississippi State giving up almost 175 yards a game on the ground,
Mm-hmm,
and they gave up 250 to Arizona State.
mm-hmm,
Like, I don't understand why, like, where we went wrong, and which I get it. I mean, we won the game, so I'm not
mm-hmm,
upset. But I thought we went away from the run too much. I thought we were doing some things that we're not normally used to doing. Uh, I want to see more tackle route, more H insert, and do all that. What our base run, I think our run game. I don't know why we're trying to evolve our run game because it's worked. like even the years that our offense wasn't just great, our offensive run game was always great and prolific. That never changed.
Good.
And so I thought the only thing we really needed to evolve was the pass game. And so there's a lot that could be said on that, and I could talk about that all night. Probably you can too. But let's go ahead and get into our predictions. Obviously, we know the offense is going to have to be big. The defense has got to play better, and I think they will now that we're getting healthier. You got Taylor Green there that is, making big plays week after week after week. What's up, Matthew? I meant to post it, talk about it earlier. Appreciate you tuning in. But there's a lot that we have to do defensively to keep this offense, contained. I think we can do it. Got to identify where Taylor Green is and, hone it and tackle. We got to tackle better. So that defensively, and just keep doing what you're doing offensively. Yes, me and you have both admitted we want to see more balance, be more 55-45, pass run and, get that 200. Yeah. Get that 200 yards. I want to see us get that 200 yards per game running back going. You get that with 285 plus passing, there ain't going to be a team in the SEC that can stop us. I mean, they're already not many teams are stopping us, so I ain't got that much to complain about. But so let's get into the game breakdown itself. What your prediction is, or your main key first. Then your prediction, and then your MVP, and then we'll talk about the college football slate there first. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. We got some good games this weekend. I'm looking forward to. The one key, not committing more penalties than we have on average this year. We're averaging, I think, just over 6 per game. That's not horrible for big time SEC college ball, but the penalties at home, nothing pisses off a home crowd more than losing the Mo because you're getting behind on penalty yards. Like that, absolutely. I've been in Neyland Stadium more times than I got fingers and toes on my body. I mean, it's just, don't commit the stupid penalties. Don't let them get into the game and have hope, because we're giving them the hope. That's the one key for me. And I mean, I could see this going 2 different ways. It's a shootout that's like 46-42. I hope it's not that, because that means that Taylor Green's gotten rolling, Washington at tailback rolling. No, I don't want that. I really hope that it's the 35-20 range that I think it could be. And they get that last 7, it's like 35-13, and they get that last 7 when we got the second team in the last 5 minutes of the game. So maybe 35-20 is what I'm going with, because I just see it that way. I mean, now if they squash them and they absolutely put the kibosh on them in the first half and they keep it on them the whole time and step on their head while they're drowning, then run it 52-10, whatever, but I just see it as like 35-20 is really how I see it.
All right. Who's your MVP?
I was thinking about this earlier. I want the offensive line. I know I can't choose the whole O line, but I mean, if they win this game,
you can choose the whole O line.
Yeah, the O line, if they don't do the stupid no penalties, not jumping, and I really want to say that every game, because it's the SEC, it's a line of scrimmage thing. Big Ten and SEC, it's not like Pac-12 ball used to be. It's not like the Big 12 now. It's definitely not ACC ball. It's the line of scrimmage. But the offensive line, I will say, if Star Thomas is the MVP, I would be so happy about that, because that means he went hog wild and just, at no pun intended there, but that means he went wild and just absolutely owned it. So I'll take Star Thomas. I want him to be the MVP. Yeah,
I agree. I'm right there with you. I feel that. So Star Thomas, your MVP. You took mine, so I'll change mine. I'll change mine up because I really feel like he's going to give us the best overall performance we've seen since Alvin Kamara in 2015 or against Texas A&M, or 2016 against Texas A&M, where he just was unreal.
Nuts. Yeah.
So I think he could have that type. And I know we run three backs, but I hate it. But I think Peyton Lewis is fit to get cut back on some, and I think it's going to be Deshaun Bishop, Star Thomas coming up the bye week, and then after this year, Peyton Lewis be able to have his time to shine again if he don't transfer. So,
hope not.
Yeah, I know. I hope not too, but it could happen. You know how college football players are these days, but
for sure.
My key to the game. Start fast. Yours to start crispy, mine start fast. You start fast, you get up 14-0, 17-0 on them. This team will quit because just everything they've gone through. They quit against Notre Dame.
They did.
I think you get them down, you make them one-dimensional. Taylor Green is a great player, but he wants to be balanced. You make him have to go throw the ball 40 times a game. It puts a lot of pressure on his throwing abilities. I think you make some change. You make the game a different type of game than he wants it to be. Same thing with Bobby Petrino while he's dealing up a game plan for this game. So, and then my score prediction is 56-35 Tennessee. Ooh. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it'll be close at halftime. I think it'll be 28-17 at halftime, Tennessee. And I think Tennessee just pulls it away. It could even be 35-17 at halftime. Each week it don't shock me what Tennessee does offensively because they got just that many weapons. And Joey Aguilar. And y'all stop. The national media better stop hating on Joey Aguilar and Chris Brazil because it's been that crazy. I think there's our guy. It's a major factor that if we could start fast, get them one-dimensional, I think this game's going to be a blowout by the end. Like I said, 56-35, 62-35, somewhere around there. Joey, I agree with you. My key is to stop the QB, and it's no contest. Go Big Orange, 49-21 us. That's spot on. I think
I'll take that.
You couldn't say that any better. I'll take that too. Joey throws for 400. I will take that as well. As long as it's 400 with a W beside it, I will take it every day. I know Tom wants them to run for 250. You want them to throw for 400. I'm right in the middle. Let's throw for 300 and run for 200, and let's all have a joyful day and everybody get their stats up. So my MVP, since Tom stole, Joey, put your MVP in the chat, bro. The MVP, my MVP, since Tom took Star Thomas, I'm gonna keep the ball rolling, man. Let's go, Chris Brazil. Let's get this Blitnikoff Award, campaign skyrocketing. And, I guarantee I'm going to say 7 catches, 183 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Chris Brazil. And if I had to pick a defensive MVP, I'm gonna go Caleb Herring. I think he makes a game-changing play this Saturday and sacks Talon Green for a strip fumble. And we're going to get another defensive freaking touchdown this Saturday. So
I'll take that.
All rolling with that. Hopefully Joey puts the MVP here in the chat here in a second. Let's see. Here we go. They couldn't stop Notre Dame. We were way more dangerous. Brazil has 3 tutties, but Joey's the MVP. I like it. I like it a lot. So I agree with that for sure.
I didn't watch that Notre Dame game they had. I watched the whole game. I watched the highlights of the Mississippi State or the Mississippi game they had. Yeah. They couldn't stop Mississippi, and apparently they couldn't stop Notre Dame either because they put a 50 note on them, didn't they? Is that what it was?
56-13.
Yeah. So, I mean, with this kind of offense, with Brazel going nuts on people, which is awesome. Can you imagine 2 Belitneys in 3 years? And we got Keys coming in, and we got Mike Matthews going to be a junior next year, and we got Braylon Staley, and we got Rashad Jackson. I mean,
Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley, they're redshirt freshmen, bro.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, technically, though, yeah.
And then you got Tristan Keys, Salisi Moa, Legend Bay. Dude, every time I watch Legend Bay, I just literally I get a man crush. Like I mean, that dude
he's that good. He's that good, man. Yeah,
4.23, bro. 4.23.
And what's his size?
That's the NFL record. That's like NFL record for a combine.
Yeah. And what's his size? He's
like 5'10", 5'9", like, but no,
so
it may be closer to 5'11", 6 foot.
So he's the burner.
Yeah, he's a
yeah.
Go watch his highlight film, y'all. If you haven't watched Legend Bay's highlight film, he literally makes your jaw drop because of how fast he is. Because I mean, he's right here with somebody, and 8 yards later, he's right here with somebody. Like it don't take. It's like a Ferrari. You know what's your 0 to 60? I mean, boom, like that. So, dude, I'm freaking pumped.
If they crush Arkansas, I'm going to be so ready. Yeah.
See y'all next video. Heck yeah, bro. We're gonna keep this ball rolling. I said at the beginning of the video, Joey, we're gonna be we fit to get this ball rolling. I'm fit to start doing some breaking down the game film. Talking about the offense, and we could talk about the defense, like Tom and whoever wants to come on here talk about the defense, what we're giving teams to look at. I've always felt like I could add more to the channel, but just during football season, I was kind of limited on time. So I'm looking forward to that. This week I think is massive for momentum going into Bama. I don't want any hiccups, don't want any injuries. You want to be full go going into Bama next week. So that's going to be massive. I can't explain how important this game is for the rest of our season. Every game's important. And so that's the reason why Coach Heupel says 1-0 each week. Go play this game. This week can affect the next week. This week is specific to this week. Doesn't affect anything else, but momentum is massive. You go out, you beat this team 56-28 or 62-28. Look out, Alabama. Yeah, I think they're going to lose this week to Missouri, and that's a whole nother story. But
do you reckon?
Yeah. Really so let's get into the weekly slate.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to go down the top 25 because every game in the top 25 this week is a great.
Huge
week. So let's just do this quick. Tom, just tell me who you think is going to win, and then we'll move on to the next game. You got me? All right, South Florida, North Texas, Power P5 game of the week.
North Texas, and they're going to be 6-0. So is Navy going into their big 6-0 matchup next week. So I got North Texas so that they stay undefeated, so Navy can crush them in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it for Alex Golesh because I love Alex Golesh. And if there's anyone in the power, non-P5 that are non-Power 4 that I want in the playoff is South Florida or Memphis. Because as long as Tennessee gets in, I don't want Memphis in if Tennessee don't.
Yeah.
That crap.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to go South Florida because they've been there. They've done that. They've played high competition.
Very true.
Even though North Texas's offense is elite, I think South Florida will win. Ohio State, Illinois, who you got?
Ohio State, probably.
It's not Illinois.
Yeah.
Ohio State. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat that. I think Ohio State wins. Alabama, Missouri, I've already told you who I think is going to win. I think Missouri wins this game because it's a trap game for Alabama. Alabama has their mindset on Tennessee. Missouri's a home game. I think Missouri walks out of there. Ahmad Hardy runs for 200 yards, and he's going to be Heisman front runner after this week.
He's a hell of a tailback, but I think Alabama is with Ty. I just had his name in my head. What's their quarterback? Ty Simpson. Thank you.
West
With
Tennessee
him,
guy.
I think that man, that
Although his brother's better.
But
I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah. But with them going to Missouri, they've already gone to Georgia. I think they take care of business by probably 2 scores, maybe accidentally keep them in the game. But I think Alabama's going to get a big road win, and they're going to have a hell of a lot of momentum coming into.
I don't like that. I don't
like that either.
I like my answer better.
Yeah. I hope your answer works. But, I hate to give it to Missouri, though. Can you imagine how insufferable Missouri fans are going to be?
I can't imagine Dorkowitz after that. So,
we stood on business on Saturday.
Yeah. All right. So, Florida State, Pitt. I think Florida State's reeling right now. In Pitt, coming off a massive win at Boston College.
Is it at Pitt?
No, it's at Florida State. So that's the tricky one. But I think Pitt pulls off a close one. I think they'll win by 3.
Yeah, give me Florida State by 3. I'll go the opposite on that one. Yeah. They are reeling. They're having it rough.
Yeah, the only really bad game, there's 2 really bad games in the top 25. Ole Miss blows out Washington State. Me and you both agree on that.
Oh, yeah.
Indiana, Oregon, primetime CBS game of the week.
Oregon is going to crush Indiana like a beer
can. Say it again.
They are going to crush Indiana. And it's just, look, I love Kurt Signetti. He used to coach 2 hours away from here at JMU. And we went to a game because they were that good. And I just wanted to go up there. And I don't know. It's just something about him. He's unathletic personally. And he just looks like a trash talking, not worth a hoot kind of a guy. But I kind of like him.
No.
And it's nothing against him, but they just don't have the caliber on the team. I know a lot of them are returning, but yeah, I think they probably lose by maybe 30, maybe 20, something like that.
The Big Ten championship last year.
Yeah.
I think Oregon wins by 24 plus.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, Texas. I'm going to go. I'll go ahead and tell you. I'm picking Texas to upset Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Listen, but it's because they don't have John Mateer.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't have Mateer. Hey, I think Oklahoma still beats them, man. I think they're going to run the ball and they're going to stop the run. And
I think Sarkisian's fits out that. It's at. It's not at. It's at the Red River.
Oh yeah, in the Cotton Bowl.
The Cotton Bowl, but Texas, I think. This happens. Oklahoma looked like they had the better team, and then it's like year after year after year. Somehow, the last 7 or 8 years, Texas finds a way to win. So, Georgia Tech beats Virginia Tech. I think me and you both would agree on that
by a lot.
By a lot. Yeah. I think Notre Dame blows out NC State by a good bit because I think that after I think they're the best 2-loss team in the country, and it ain't even close. I think they and that includes some pretty solid teams.
It does.
I think Florida Dame blows them out. Iowa State blows out Colorado. The fall of the Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is. I love every second of it.
The walking mouth. Yeah.
Here's a big one. Florida at Texas A&M. Does Florida keep their momentum going?
No, I think Texas A&M got too much momentum, and it's in Aggie Town. There's some weird people down there, but I think they pull that one out pretty easily.
I agree. I think Marcel Reed is the game changer. And that one, I wish he was at Tennessee. He came out of Nashville, Tennessee.
I didn't know that. I thought he was from Memphis, but I was 3 hours away.
He played at where did he play? Is it up not MUS? No, that's because that's in Memphis. Where did he play?
Yeah, I thought he came out.
Think about he's from the Nashville. Montgomery Bell. He played at Montgomery Bell. I'm pretty sure. Someone may could change that. I wish Nelson from Jackson was in the chat. He'd tell me. I think Texas A&M's got that defense rolling right now. I think offensively, I think they'll shut down Florida. and the Fighting Billy Napiers will be back on the Fire Billy Napier train after this week. So
They
because
had
they
to
got
come back now.
after this week, Florida's got
Brutal
Florida.
schedule.
No, I take that back. They got home against Mississippi State, then they got Georgia. So yeah, that's that. So
hey, speaking of Georgia, they play Auburn this week. That's old fashioned
well,
hated.
that's the next game I was supposed to get to.
Mhm.
Georgia Auburn. You know, a little part of me wants to pick Auburn.
Well, they do have like the third best receiver in the country or so, the fourth best receiver, something like that.
They got two of the top 10 receivers in the country, Eric Singleton and Cam Coleman.
Cam Coleman, that's who it was I was trying to think of. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I hope Auburn beats the tar out of them. I don't see it. I'll pick Georgia by about 10 or 12, something like
Auburn.
that.
It's at Auburn.
Yeah.
I'll
still pick Georgia.
I'm picking Georgia by 10. And the touchdown is late to ice the game. Kansas, Texas Tech. I'm going with the upset. This is my upset of the week. Kansas over Texas Tech. The Fighting Red Raiders get let down and their playoff hopes are shot for the moment. I think they can come back. But for the moment, I think Jalen Daniels has a massive game and shows everyone why he was a top 5 QB coming into the season. As far
I
as
don't know anything about either of those teams, but I know Texas Tech is undefeated for the first time since they had Crabtree. I think this is the first time they've gone 5-0.
Crabtree and Mahomes was down there.
Yeah, I'll probably just go with Texas Tech. Safe money, I guess. Yeah,
their offense is elite, and they're making defensive. They're the number 2 offense in the country. So,
are they
Texas
really
Tech is good? But I don't know. This is my upset of the week. Michigan, USC at USC. I'm going with USC. No, I'm going with Michigan.
I was going to say, I'll go with USC on that one.
I'm going with Michigan because of the run game.
I'll pick USC because they're at home. And I don't believe in Michigan. I really don't. I don't believe in Michigan quite yet. I know they've only got one loss. I don't remember who it was to. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
That was actually a better game in the first half than it looked in the second half. I remember, and I was thinking, I said, man, if they keep it within one score, I'll kind of believe in Michigan, but they didn't. So I don't quite.
All right. So South Carolina at LSU. Remember last year, South Carolina upset LSU, but it was at South Carolina.
They did. I'm taking LSU. Yeah,
I'm going LSU. It's a night game at LSU. It's a game changer.
It's a revenge game. It's their Arkansas from last year for us, you know? Yeah.
I agree. BYU, Arizona, late game. It's going to be a heck of a game. There's 2 really good late games this week. BYU, Arizona, and then Arizona State, Utah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about Utah. I know a lot about Arizona State because I scouted the Mississippi State-Arizona State game a couple weeks ago. BYU and Arizona, I don't know anything about them. I'll take BYU because they're probably – I mean, Arizona lost a lot from last year. They lost some transfer portal guys. I know that. We picked up Moy at guard. Great day. A maniac. He eats people. I love it. But no, I think BYU is probably going to win that one just on
I agree. I think BYU, they're balanced. Their offense and defense is great. They're starting a true freshman at quarterback. His name's like Bachmeyer or something, but their offense is very electric, and they're really good.
Well, let's go with the true freshman for sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, Noah Fafita, who's the quarterback at Arizona, he's really good. Next year he may be top 5 quarterback in the draft. He's really good, but they did, like you said, they lost a lot in the transfer portal. So, but I'm going to go BYU. Arizona State, Utah. I'm going Utah with the upset. I think Devin Dampier, the quarterback of Utah, and that team, their defense, and just it's at Utah. I think game changer. There's something different about Utah. Those 9-15 games when they play late. I like Utah in that matchup.
I just looked this one up, and it looks like Utah has only lost a game, and Arizona State had only lost that one game to Mississippi State. That by all rights they shouldn't have lost, but they did. So they're 4-1. But yeah, I'll go with Utah at home, man. I think Utah for the last 10 years or so, they had really picked themselves up by their bootstraps, man. I like Utah. They're blue collar, man. If they had their quarterback, what was his name, kept getting hurt over and over, couldn't stay healthy. He was a hell of a player too.
Man.
Yeah.
Cam
Rising. Thank you. I liked him, man. He was a heck of a player. Him and Cam or Max Dugan both, man.
Yeah.
I like both of them out there. Yeah, I'll take Utah for sure. They're just a blue collar team, man. I like them.
I agree. So, hey, with all that being said, guys, hey, great show, Tom. I know we missed Joey. He'll be back Sunday night. Hopefully, I need to talk with him about it. But if not, he'll be back next week. The great week of football. I'm telling you, there's nothing better than waking up on a Saturday morning and just getting ready for a full slate of college football like we're fixing to have. I mean, full slate. I can't wait. I've already told my girlfriend, I'm like, listen, I got college football this Saturday. I mean, it is what it is. So, but you know, she's awesome. So she knows about it. So
anyway, keep her around. Keep her around.
Yeah. So, but hey, listen, there's a lot that that could be said as far as what I want this channel to be. It's going to get there. All three of us talked about it. There's a lot we're going to get going. Joey's full on board. You're full on board. Now that my football season's over, we're supposed to get the ball rolling on it. Got the bye week out the way. So look at starting next week. We'll have a post game reaction show at probably Sunday night, and then during the midweek. Outside of our live show, I will be making a video, and I'll see who wants to come on and talk about it. But it'll be a video breaking down what we did offensively and defensively in each game. That I've been so looking forward to that. I got my all 22 subscription set up and being able to pull multiple films. So I'm looking forward to that. Tom, great show, man. Love having you on here.
For sure.
So, but with that being said, guys, go follow us on Rocky Top Sports Talk on Facebook. You can, I just now remembered I didn't post that we were going live on there. I'm mad at myself, Tom. But no, but hey, for now on, I will put it on Facebook. I just, forgot to. I guess it just slipped my mind. Forgot to put it on Facebook today. I put it on my actual Facebook page, but I forgot to put it on the actual fan page for this. Follow us on Twitter at Rocky Top Talks 1. That's where, for sure, without a doubt, I post all the time. I communicate with anybody that wants to talk to us about the Tennessee game. And then I post on both Twitter accounts, my personal account and the Rocky Top Sports Talk account. And then like and share us on Facebook. Y'all give us a thumbs up if you like the video, the live channel. I know we're still building this thing. It's year one. I'm hoping by year two we have this thing close up to 500 followers or shoot for a higher goal. But the goal is by the end of this year have 100 plus followers, and then just keep building that thing, keep grinding this thing out, especially in the off season. So now that my football season's over, so I'm looking forward to it. So with that being said, y'all have a great day, have a blessed day, and always go Big Orange.
Go Big Orange.
I'm on God time, what you want, huh? I'm on God time, what you want, huh? I'm on God time, what you want, huh? What you want, huh? I'm on God time, what you want, huh? What you want, huh? I'm on God time, what you on, huh? God time, we don't never waste. We don't